I'm Elizabeth Thomas, and I write under the name of Elizabeth Marshall Thomas. And because I'm growing old, I wrote a book called Growing Old, and I'm going to read a little piece of it. As we age, we experience changes, and perhaps the most dramatic is in our sense of time. When we were young, time crawled along slowly, but as we start aging, it flies. One day in 2016, a friend came to my house with a book I'd written and asked me to sign it. As I did, she asked when it was published. I was then 85 and felt it was published recently, but I couldn't remember just when. So I opened the book to find the copyright and saw it was published in 1993, or 23 years earlier. To me, that seemed like yesterday, but yesterday I'd been doing errands. So I began to think back, wondering what I'd been doing in 1993. Of course I didn't remember, so I thought about the meaning of 23 years, wondering what this time period would show me. The truth came as a surprise. During my first experience with the 23-year time period, I learned to walk, learned to talk, went to elementary school, learned to read and write, went to high school, learned to drive, started college, met a nice man, lived for a while in the Kalahari Desert in Namibia, came home, finished college, was given a Volkswagen Bug by my father, married the nice man and went to live in North Carolina, driving the Volkswagen Bug all the way from my parents' home in Cambridge, Massachusetts, because my new husband had been drafted and was stationed at Fort Bragg. There I got a job as a secretary in a school for disabled African American children. I'm a white person, and North Carolina, like South Africa, had apartheid, so my employment by black people annoyed some other white folks so much that as I stepped off a sidewalk to cross the street one morning, one of them tried to run me over with his car. I jumped back on the sidewalk and dashed into a store where I waited until he was out of sight. So I'm here to tell the story. When I told it to some white people in North Carolina, none were surprised. All these experiences were life-changing. They moved me from being one kind of person to being another, from being illiterate, say, to being a reader, from being trustful to being suspicious, as I was when I saw the white man looking at me while turning his car in my direction. If I had to explain the importance of these experiences, I'd need to write a book for each one. But now my sense of time seems different, as do my learning experience. When I saw the date of the copyright, I felt that the book, which wasn't my first, was just one among thousands of other published books, and publication was no more than a normal event that happens from time to time and doesn't make much difference. Friends and family members died, all to my infinite sorrow, but these deaths didn't change my life except for the death of my husband, and even then I managed to trudge forward as if I was dealing with it. My daily life stayed more or less the same.